Hey guys, Mrs. Bess here. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. And I just wanted to let you know we're going to be looking at sequencing this week, so I thought I'd take a minute or two to review that with you and go over the flow map, which is one of the options for your choice board this week. Okay, so again, when we're talking about sequencing, let's see. Sequencing, okay? Just to point out some other forms of that word, we're talking about sequence or sequential, like the sequential order is the same thing as the sequence of something or the sequencing, okay? So when we're talking about sequence, we're talking about chronological order. Chronological order, again, is the same thing as sequencing, and another easy way to remember that is when you think of chrono, think of time, because that relates back to the Greek root chronos, just like the Greek god Chronos has to do with time. So sequencing, chronological order, we're talking time order, the order in which things occur in time. If it helps, think about a timeline. So what happened first and second and third, and I think you get the idea on down the line. Okay, so I have a flow map. This actually might look a little bit familiar to you. Sorry if I cheated, but at least I made it neater. You may remember this one from when we went over in class when we did the flow map and we looked at sequencing and we were talking about how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So here we go. We've got, for the thinking map, we've got at the top sequencing, which is the skill that we're practicing. Okay, at the bottom we've got the title of the map, which is the flow map. And then don't forget that lovely rectangle we like to call our frame of reference. Gotta have that there because it kind of closes everything in and we get to put fun stuff in the corners too. Okay, so in the upper left corner we're going to put the main idea, and in this case, how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, and then in each of these boxes, connected with the flow of the arrows, hence the term flow map, we've got the different steps in the process of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then sometimes we might even need subtopics, but you only do that if you have at least two. You can't do it if there's only one. I know that sounds silly, but it's kind of like the same concept as an outline. Alright, so starting from the beginning, the first thing I would do is wash my hands. Then I would gather all my materials, and that would include getting a knife and a plate and a napkin, and also getting some peanut butter and jelly and bread. And then after I gather my materials, I'm going to place those two pieces of bread on a plate. Okay, and then I'm going to open up the peanut butter and scoop some out with a knife. And then, believe it or not, guys, I got to take this arrow from this box and connect it out of the right side, just like I did each of these, and have it leading into the left side of the others, just like up here. Okay, so you got to have that arrow even on the last side coming down and all the way around, and then coming in from this side over here to the next step. So after we open it, then we're going to spread the peanut butter evenly on one piece of bread and wipe the remaining peanut butter from the knife onto the other piece of bread. At least that's what I do. Wouldn't want to waste it. And then rinse and wipe dry with the napkin. Rinse and wipe the knife dry with the napkin. Then we're going to open the jelly and scoop some out with a knife. Spread the jelly evenly on the second piece of bread. Again, some subtopics here because we want to make sure to rinse or wash that knife clean, get it dry, return it to the knife drawer. Then over here we're going to place those two pieces of bread together, peanut butter and jelly sides in, and lastly, of course, we're going to eat and enjoy it. And down here in my bottom right corner, I've got my conclusion. So my main idea, how to make a peanut butter and jelly, goes in the top left corner. Then all these boxes show the flow of the sequence of events in the order that they occurred in time, okay? And then the bottom right corner, we have our conclusion, which would be, clearly, I know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? So, again, there's a brain pop, which I had on your assignment sheet. I want you to watch the video on brain pop on writing in sequence. I did assign that to you, so it should be available. And then you can choose whether or not you want to do a flow map with text like this. You could even do a flow map with pictures, like I gave you the option for the multi-flow, okay? Or you could write me a paragraph. If you decide to write a paragraph, you need to remember to use some of these transition words like first, next, later on, after that, finally. And if you're starting off your step or your sentence or your paragraph with that, you would want to put a comma after those words. Okay, and I had on the assignment sheet that you could tell me about your day. And after I did that, I started thinking they may not have a very eventful day going on with the situation we're all in right now. So if you have another idea for a topic, as long as you're explaining the sequence of something, it could be how to make something else, it could be how to do something, how to get somewhere, or you could stick with your day, whatever you'd like to do. Something you can tell me the step-by-step sequence in. Okay, and again, you can do that with a flow map with words, a flow map with pictures, or you can write it with a paragraph. Just remember to use your transition words. You guys feel free to message me if you have any other questions, and hope all is well, and I hope to see you soon. Miss you guys. Bye.